The Adventure Zone dumps D&D?
I'm breaking up with you.
Cool. Love it. Totally fine with that.
Before we see what mischief those McElroy boys have gotten themselves into, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get the latest tabletop and fantasy news right to your doorstep. The Adventure Zone is preparing to start its newest campaign, titled Steeple Chase. The new campaign is notable for a couple of reasons. It marks the first time that Justin will be the game master, and it will also use a different game system than Dungeons & Dragons. Instead, the McElroys will be using Blades in the Dark, a role-playing game that's about working together as a criminal gang running a bunch of heists. Blades in the Dark is notably different from Dungeons & Dragons for many reasons. For one thing, gameplay sessions are split into 3 distinct parts: free play, the score, and downtime. Free play is your typical role-playing, where you go and talk to NPCs and figure out what you want to do in your session. The score is the mission itself, and downtime kind of shows the consequences of group's actions and show how your heist impacts the world that you're playing in. So the score itself involves planning, gathering information, teamwork, and even the occasional flashback, and yes, flashbacks are coded into the game mechanics, along with making checks to see how certain actions and complications play out. Now, checks themselves don't use d20s or anything like that. Instead, players use pools of d6s, and the highest number rolled in that pool determines whether an action is a full success, a partial success, or a bad outcome. So basically, the more d6s you have, the more likelihood you'll have a success. Now, of course, the Adventure Zone is going to use Blades in the Dark to tell its own unique story, set far, far away from the gritty and grimy Victorian-inspired world where that game typically takes place. Instead, Steeple Chase is set inside a theme park, or rather a series of theme parks stacked on top of each other. The characters will start on the lowest level as employees of this theme park, which, conveniently by the way, uses a map of Kings Island, which is the nearest major theme park geographically close to me. Shout out to Ohio.
They'll kill him and send me to live someplace awful like Ohio.
However, despite it being in a theme park, the McElroys will still be doing crimes. So, the Adventure Zone Steeple Chase formally kicks off on October 6th, and new episodes will appear on the McElroys website. And if you want some more Adventure Zone content on the character sheet, let us know, because we might be working on a little debate video comparing stuff like Critical Role, the Adventure Zone, and maybe even a little bit of Dimension 20. So, be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments.
Then get in the comments!
Now, in news that should shock absolutely no one, the upcoming Dungeons & Dragons movie will be getting some tie-in content. I will be quiet for a second so I can hear all your gasps. First off, we'll be getting 2 prequel novels, both of which will be released in February 2023. The Druid's Call by E.K. Johnston will give an origin story for Dork the Druid, while The Road to Neverwinter by J. Lee Johnson will also be a book that comes out. We actually know nothing about that book besides the title and the author. Additionally, Hasbro revealed during an Investor Day event that the Dungeons & Dragons television show by Red Notice director Ross and Marshall Thurber now has a pilot script and is actively being shopped to potential networks and streaming platforms. Keep in mind that the Dungeons & Dragons television show will also likely be set in the Forgotten Realms and will share some sort of continuity with the movie. Finally, it appears that we'll be getting some tie-in content on D&D Beyond closer to the movie's release. What that means is unclear, but it could be a free-to-subscribers adventure, or maybe some NPC stat blocks, or who knows, maybe some information that covers Neverwinter and other iconic locations from the movie. Expect a lot more movie tie-ins to get revealed soon, as we're just a few months away from the D&D movie's release. Are you looking forward to the new season of The Adventure Zone? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the character sheet.